Getting older is really one of those things that I think we all have to deal with. I've touched on that just a little bit, and I'm going to go back ahead of this for a second. So did you know we lose our vision in our mid-50s generally? We start to lose it. We start to lose our hearing in our mid-40s, our touch in our mid-50s, our taste in our mid-60s, and our smell in our 70s. Did you know that for somebody who is 70 years old, they only have about 30% of the taste buds that they had when they were 30 years old? That's why so many seniors use a tea and toast diet. Can't taste anything anyway. A lot of salt in order to be able to taste things. Hey, welcome to getting older. The fact is we are, and there are things, no matter what kind of shape you put yourself in, there are things that just happen. It's called senescence, which is the natural course of aging. So as we deal with this, I think a lot of people think, okay, physically, I'm going to work on my physical. But really, as we've said earlier, it's the mind that needs work first, and how the mind can heal the body. So we want to make sure that we focus on that.
Such great shape. Now I can feel it all slipping away.
You're getting old.
I'm not old.
You're not young. This is the way it goes, Davis. One day it dawns on you that you're starting to get old. Then it dawns on you that you are old. Then it dawns on you that every second that ticks by is just another inch that you've dragged your tired carcass towards your own cold grave. Then stuff stops dawning on you, because you died.
Ever done any motivational speak?
Okay, so we're supposed to be old. Now, things don't always work like we remember them working. And one of the things that gets me, and eyesight's an issue, but short-term memory. How many people are maybe thinking that they might getting dementia a little early? Yeah, there we go. Short-term memory, pretty common. Pretty long-term memory is still there, but it's the short-term memory that gets you. Now, my wife and I are roughly the same age, and her short-term memory is going too, which has some comical aspects to it. Picture this, about 6 months ago, we're at the movie theater, and maybe 15 minutes into the movie, she taps me on the shoulder. She says, didn't we see this again? Or did before? And I said, we'd seen it before. That actually wasn't what bothered me. What bothered me was why it took us 15 minutes to figure that out. Welcome to getting older. So we've got this idea and what we can do. We've got to handle the aging process, and the fact that in Australia, and the same in Canada, the US, by the way, 2/3 of all Australians over age 70 are limited in their mobility by 2 or more chronic conditions. So as we get older, there are things that just start to hurt. And what happens is they can get in the way of all of these great plans that you have. So let me share a small story. Not long ago, I had a woman and man who came up to me in one of my workshops. And she tells the story. Her and her husband had a retirement plan. They had all the vision, they had the money, everything was looked after. 65, he retires. She had already retired earlier. Their daughter phoned them on retirement and said, Mom and Dad, I need a favor. She's a single mother. She lives 1,000 kilometers away. She has two children. She says, I want to go back to school and finish my degree. Do you guys think that you could take a couple of years, move to where we are, or where the family is, and look after the kids so I can go back to school? The mother said, absolutely. I could do this for you. This is something I can do. So, yeah, they moved there. And about 1.5 years after they get there, he has a stroke. No retirement, no plans. Now, he can still move around, but they're not going anywhere. Now, you could say, yeah, but look at what she did for her daughter. And I'm saying that's great. But I mentioned to you, especially if you're in a couple, if you're both in good health, hey, go do it. Because we can't take anything for granted. And I'm not trying to be morbid here. I'm just trying to say, this is just life. It's just a fact. So as you look to the future, you want to think about what are the issues that we really should plan for. Now, I know that through the generosity of BISCosgrove, that they brought me here, and I really want to focus on some aspects of the financial issues that you want to focus on, because I think these are important. but they're important for you who have already retired and you who have not. I think there's 5 things you want to focus on as you think of your life going forward and your money. You want to figure out, how do I help and protect my family? How do I enjoy and protect my lifestyle? How do I plan ahead for life's changes, the expected and the unexpected? How do I create a sense of financial comfort so I can sleep at night? And how do I build a legacy? Not just when I'm dead, but right now. So those to me are the 5 issues that you want to consider as you're making your plan, and that should be the foundation of your retirement plan. Now, there are all sorts of solutions. There's investment management, tax planning, estate planning, insurance, all those things. But generally, I'll put everything that you need in those 5 categories. And that really is how you want to look at your life and your money and how they relate.